Hi, I'm Lisa Charleyboy, and today I am at Osum Oil Sands Corp, and I will be talking to Darrell Anderson, who is the Aboriginal Advisor here at Osum, and asking him a few questions. So, Darrell, I understand that you have a consulting company called Osum Consulting Corp.
Yes, I do. I'm actually an independent consultant I sit as an Aboriginal Advisor for Osum Oil Sands Corporation. And Osum Consulting is my company, which means Golden Bear.
Okay.
Osum is the name of the company. It's actually a traditional Cree name that was given to me 4 years before I ended up playing for the University of Alberta, the Golden Bears.
Oh.
So, Osum dansa toya.
What did you say?
I said in my native tongue, I said, hello, how are you? My name is Osum. I'm from Big Stone Cree Nation. I try to not only setting up the meetings, but I try to ensure that there's a proper cultural protocol in play.
Right.
So if there is a meeting that has to be set up with an elder, for example, I always try to convey the right message to the elder, saying, now we'll go to them and I will take a packet of tobacco, for example, and say, look, we want a meeting to set up, this is what the meeting is going to entail, and so forth. So if there's going to be advice from the elder or something like that, or direction, I definitely go to an elder and practice traditional cultural protocol, such as tobacco, to ensure that there is an exchange there.
What brought you to work with Osum? Like, what were you doing before?
Well, I was an actual council member. So we have a chief and council within our community. And I used to sit on the other side of the table as a council member for my nation. It's an elected position, a 4-year term. And in my dealings with all different oil and gas companies, I was able to kind of get to know the ins and outs of oil and gas development and how they deal with Indigenous peoples and so forth. So when I finished off my term back in 2008, when I was looking for other work to do some, I guess, contracting and so forth, I looked at the different oil and gas companies and how they dealt with us as a community. And what got me with Osum is the fact how they deal with First Nations. They want to deal with them on their terms. And the big thing, I guess you could say, is the ecological way they do things. Like the environment, how they look at the environment, what kind of minimal impacts that they want to have within that area.
Can you tell me a little bit about what kind of employment and procurement opportunities you see for Big Stone First Nation as well as other First Nations that are near Saleski project?
Yeah, the first 3 years of development have all been winter activity. So therefore, Osum utilizes all the local contractors as much as possible. So one of my tasks is, like I said earlier, to try to set up these meetings and so forth. Even if there's work that's coming down the pipe this winter, I will take the construction manager, Trevor Kerr, or Marie, or Travis, who does drilling and so forth. So we will take them into the community, introduce them to all the local contractors that we want to utilize and see what they have to offer on how they can assist us in the winter activity at Osum. So come November or October, that's usually the time that before freeze up is when I introduce Osum to all the local contractors. They come into Wabasca from Calgary and set up these meetings to try to initiate that process.
So thinking about long-term prospects for the students of today, what sort of educational activities are happening with Osum and the local communities near Saleski?
Well, actually, I'm very excited about the educational opportunities and some of the stuff that Osum is trying to assist in within our community. Being a former educator myself, I used to teach at the school, the same school that we are Osum assisting with the literacy program. What they're doing there is, in the library, they have a program there that they're utilizing, bringing in the kids to assist them in their reading, so to enhance their reading skills, their math skills, things like that. So what we're trying to do is establish a foundation at an early age, right from elementary school, K4 all the way up, to grade 6, to ensure that our kids are able to read and write. So when it comes time for them to make choices on college and university, they'll have that foundation already, that basic foundation. So I figured Osum is doing lots for their future within the Saleski area in creating an advantage. Another area that they're funding is the local school playground and community playground type of thing and park.
Great.
So what they're doing there behind the school, they're building, just imagine these trees. There's four rows of trees and they're all pointed in 4 directions. So it's kind of like a big medicine wheel.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the areas they're going to have cultural teachings there and so forth. And then they're going to start building other areas of the playground. And they're using behind the school as the place to build this community themed park, right? Mm-hmm. So they'll not only have the trees in there to kind of maximize what we have with our, our lands. We have a lot of bush up there. We have, tons of trees and so forth, and the rivers and the lakes. So we try to keep it as natural as much as possible. And the approach I think Osum is taking and wants to take to ensure that that stays there when they leave. Mm-hmm. Right. So that's what we want. We want to try to utilize our land as much as possible today, just for future generations as well, because there's still a lot of our people who practice their trapping and hunting and fishing. Including myself, I'd still do a lot of hunting. Anyways.
Great. Well, thank you again for taking the time with me today. I really appreciate it. You've helped me learn quite a bit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hey, hey. In our language, hey, hey means thank you.
Hi, hi.
Okay.